They came without a name, made their own place in the world's history, and then were gone. Following is the list of 10 people who came into existence from nowhere. Their identity has never been found, which made them the most mysterious people on Earth. Number 10. D.B. Cooper. On November 24, 1971, a man who called himself Dan Cooper hijacked a Boeing 727 aircraft by warning of having a bomb in his briefcase. He demanded $200,000 and 4 parachutes. After having his demands met, he parachuted from the plane at midnight. He has never been found or seen since. His origin and destiny both are still a mystery. This name, D.B. Cooper, was given to him by the media, who mistakenly miscommunicated his name. Despite an extensive manhunt and an ongoing FBI investigation, the perpetrator has never been located or positively identified. The case remains the only unsolved air piracy in American aviation history. Though the FBI contends that Cooper couldn't have survived, it released new composite sketches in 2007 in hopes of closing the case. Number 9. Babushka Lady. In 1963, at the time of the assassination of President John F. Kennedy, an unknown woman was present on the ground. According to the witnesses and films captured at that time, she wore a headscarf and captured the assassination on her camera. After shooting, she joined the crowd and disappeared. That lady never came forward despite FBI requests. In all the photographs or films of her, she was either facing away from the camera or covered her face with her own camera. Who was that lady, and why she never came forward is still a question. Number 8. The Man from Taurus. In 1954, a man landed at the Tokyo International Airport. When security asked him to point out his country on the map, he pointed to Andorra. He said that his country's name is Taurus, which has existed from the year 1000, and he had never heard about Andorra before. On the other side, security had never heard about Taurus. His passport, driver's license, and checkbook backed his story. Confused officers sent him to a nearby hotel and left 2 officials outside to keep an eye on him. The next morning, that man vanished mysteriously without leaving any trace behind and was never found again. Number 7. Jack the Ripper. In 1888, 5 prostitutes were brutally murdered as part of a serial killing. The killer cut their throats and abdomen and took out their internal organs. The way the victims had been killed suggested that the killer may have had anatomical or surgical knowledge. At the time of the investigation, police and the media received many letters, supposedly from the murderer himself, with the name Jack the Ripper. But who was he, and why did he target only prostitutes? These are the questions never answered. Number 6. Green Children of Woolpit. In the 12th century, 2 children, brother and sister, having unusual green skin, suddenly appeared in the village of Woolpit in Suffolk. They spoke an unknown language and ate nothing except beans. Soon they learned the English language and started to eat other foods. The green color of their skin went away with time. The boy was sick and died, but the girl claimed they came from a place called St. Martin's Land, which is located in an underground world. The sun never shone there, and everything there was green. Nobody ever found their origins. Did they come from some alien world? It is still an unsolved mystery. Number 5. Kaspar Hauser. On May 26, 1828, a boy appeared in the street of Nuremberg. He carried a letter addressed to the captain of the 4th Squadron of the 6th Cavalry Regiment. The boy claimed that his name was Kaspar, and he grew up in a dark, isolated cell which was about 2 meters long, 1 meter wide, and 1.5 meters high. The boy didn't know much about his past except that his father was a cavalry soldier. The boy ate only black bread and water and grabbed at shiny objects like he had never seen any light in his life. Though there are several stories, his real identity has never been discovered. Number 4. Agent 355. This is a pseudonym given to a female spy by George Washington during the American Revolution. She was an intelligence agent captured and imprisoned by the British on a ship and was believed to have died there. It is also believed that 355 was a member of a prominent loyalist family and within easy reach of British commanders. Her real identity has never been found. Number 3. The Man in the Iron Mask. There was a prisoner arrested in 1669 who was kept in a number of jails under the custody of the same jailer. He was held in the prison for almost 34 years. No one had ever seen his face because it was hidden by a mask of black velvet cloth. On November 19, 1703, he died under the name MacLeod. His 1669 arrest warrant included a letter from a royal minister instructing jailers to restrict his contact with others and to threaten him with death if he speaks one word except about his actual needs. There are many stories about him, but none confirmed the actual identity of the face behind that mask. Number 2. Tank Man. On the morning of June 5, 1989, when the Chinese military had suppressed the Tiananmen Square protest, a man protested against them by standing up against the column of tanks. As the lead tank maneuvered to pass by the man, he repeatedly shifted his position in order to obstruct the tank's attempted path around him. The incident was filmed and seen worldwide. There is at least one witness who has stated that Tank Man was not the only person who had opposed the tanks during the protest, but the uniqueness of the Tank Man is that he is the only one who was photographed and videoed with those images reaching the rest of the world. Though a newspaper claimed that his name was Wang Weilin and he was a student, the Communist Party of China rejected this. They declared the man wasn't arrested, and they have no idea about him. Still, there is no reliable information about that man and his fate. Number 1. The Isdal Woman. In 1970, an unidentified body of a woman was found in Death Valley in Bergen. She was naked, and police found her burned passport and sleeping pills next to her. After an investigation, it was found that the woman had up to 9 fake identities, which she used to travel in Europe. The autopsy revealed that the woman had taken several sleeping pills before the death, which supports that she may have committed suicide, though some believe she may have been killed. Her identity is still in the dark.